Hey guys, here's the full rundown of 10 shadows, aka Megumi tech in Jujutsu Shenanigans. First off, utilizing the special ability, Lurking Shadow, we can disappear into our own shadow, granting swift motion. Keep in mind that you can still take damage while you are in your shadow. If you hold a throwable object before going into the shadow, it will stay inside of it. Then you can retrieve this object anytime you want by going into the Lurking Shadow again and pressing the mouse 1 button. The initial ability, Rabbit Escape, is an attack that summons a swarm of rabbits that attack the target you are aiming at. The rabbits can even pass through walls to hit the target. Each rabbit counts as an individual attack, so, for example, Hikari won't be able to block them all. But rabbits can easily be blocked even from all directions. Next up is Nu, which summons a bird Shikigami that spawns behind you and flies towards the target, dealing damage and, if hitting, breaking the block and ragdolling the opponent. If you press R while activating the Nu, you will grab onto its leg and fly with it. This can also be used to travel across buildings, but you can only really fly straight with it. You can also enter a domain by using this technique. The third ability is Toad. It summons a Toad Shikigami that stuns the opponent and pulls them towards you. This ability also has a variant mode called the Well's Unknown Abyss. By activating the Toad ability and the new ability right after that, you will be able to summon multiple winded Toad Shikigami that will instead fling the opponent into the air. But this variant does not put Nu on cooldown or is either required to be off cooldown to work. The last ability from the base moveset is Divine Dog Totality. By activating the ability the first time, you will summon a large canine Shikigami. The Divine Dog will follow you around, and you will be able to use the same ability 3 times to attack the opponent with the dog. The dog will disappear after using it 3 times or by being ragdolled. Here's a straightforward combo. Once enough damage is dealt, you can activate Awakening moveset. Insanity. First, you will recover a bit of your HP, then you will obtain your second moveset for 60 seconds. One important thing to note is that with Megumi, you can still cycle between base and awaken set while Insanity is activated, essentially having 8 whole abilities to choose from. You can switch between the movesets by pressing the G key or pressing directly onto the Awaken bar on mobile. Now onto the Awaken moveset abilities. Max Elephant summons a massive elephant Shikigami that falls onto your opponents, breaks their block, and crushes them. Great Serpent summons a snake Shikigami that you can control to fly around. If you hit your opponent, you will trap them in the snake's mouth and take them on the ride with you. The opponent will take the damage after the snake disappears in the form of poison. Shadow Swarm summons 2 clones of you to perform a beatdown on the opponent and swing them away with a bat. This ability also has an alternative use to open up domains if used next to them. By using the ability once, you will open up the domain and enter it while still maintaining it to keep it open. This will enable other players to enter it as well. But you will take serious damage while trying to keep it open, so after entering the domain, you can cancel this ability by activating it again. By just using these abilities, we can perform some serious combinations with the base set. We can stunlock enemies, leaving them no room to breathe and quite easily kill them. But of course, there is also the Mahoraga ability. You can summon Mahoraga by activating the 4th awakened ability while looking at a player. This will perform the summon, where you will be killed and Mahoraga will take over. Keep in mind that this can easily be cancelled. The more awakening bar that you had left before you summon Mahoraga, the more it will have once it spawns. While Mahoraga is alive, its awakening bar will quickly drain. Once it drains out, it dies. You can keep the bar full by just fighting the opponents. But this is not to be confused with the HP bar, which Mahoraga still has. Compared to other characters in the game, it has a whopping HP of 150. Mahoraga's basic attacks also do huge damage to the terrain by default. Mahoraga's first move is Divine Pummel, which picks up the opponent if in close range, slams them around, and punches them away. Ground Pitch grabs a chunk of debris from the ground, which you can precisely throw at the players. If you are right next to someone, you can also throw them with the debris even if they are blocking. Earthquake by itself is a ground slam that knocks down the players in proximity if they are not blocking. But if you hold down while using the earthquake ability, and release it once the shrinking square matches the smaller one, you will perform a variant ability called Aftershock. This is basically the same ability with a much larger radius, and it cannot be blocked. To understand the fourth ability, we first have to take a look at Mahoraga's wheel, which enables you to swap between several modes, each with a different fourth ability. We can rotate it to cycle through 3 modes by pressing the G key or by pressing on the awakening bar on mobile. Then we can confirm the activation by pressing the R button. The first attack mode provides us with the fourth ability called Takedown. This ability teleports us to the enemy and smacks them away while breaking the block. If we cycle to the defense mode, our basic attacks are replaced by parries. Now you can parry any ability or melee attack by using basic attacks on them. It even works on abilities like Hollow Purple, but deflecting a projectile to the attacker won't damage them, but you can use it against others. Most surprisingly, it also works to parry the Hollow Purple nuke.
Huh?
But we all know that was child's play compared to Manji kick. Can Mahoraga parry a Manji kick? No, even Mahoraga can't do that. You can also block and while doing so, parry without doing the counter. Your fourth ability is also replaced by Adaptation. You can activate Adaptation just before being hit by a melee attack, projectile attack, explosion, or a domain attack to gain damage reduction to that type of attack. Your damage reduction then goes from 10% to 30% to 50% and to a max of 70% if you are able to adapt to that type of attack 4 times. But keep in mind that you can only adapt to one type of attack at once. Adapting to another one will remove your previous adaptation. If we cycle to the star symbol, we now gain the World Slash ability as the fourth ability. There you can perform a powerful range slash that can even destroy domains. And here is a cool Mahoraga combo. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.